Hey guys, so I'm filming my makeup declutter right now. So half of these things are things that are going to get thrown away because they're used up or old, and then the other stuff is going to get donated. So this Laneige lip mask is all used up, so this will be thrown away. This Maybelline eyeliner, it's just something that didn't really get used, going to get thrown away. I have two of these little Bite Beauties. They are both expired at this point. They're going to get thrown away. This Urban Decay lipstick is just really old and kind of a weird color, so that's going to get thrown away. This Marc Jacobs lip crayon. It's kind of weird. Just leaves like a weird glittery film on your lips, so that's going to go. This Nude Sticks Intense Matte, it just isn't comfortable. That's gonna go. This Bare Minerals Clear Lip Balm, loved it, but it's all used up. That's gonna go. These Dr. Lip balms, tints, I'm finishing up one right now, but I just don't really like them that much, just like everything, so they're gonna go. This e.l.f. Beauty Shield Mist, used this up. It was pretty good, but I'm gonna go ahead and let go of this, or it's trash, so I'm gonna throw it away. I have this Bite Beauty. It's just really old, so time for this to go. This like e.l.f. eye makeup remover. It was kind of stuck with something, and as you can see, it's just pretty old. All of these Real Techniques brushes. They just like the bottoms are just kind of like sticky and gross. So it is time for those to go. This e.l.f. brush is just like the ferrule pops off, so time for that to go. And I used the sample of this Drunk Elephant Rosy Glow. It was pretty good. If it was in some sort of kit, I would try it again. This is a Nude Sticks concealer. Used it all the way up, really liked it. I think this is the second one of these that I've had, so I would buy that again. Ooh, just throwing things. This e.l.f. eyebrow pencil in blonde. Love this. I've been through a bunch of them. They're only $3. Makes it a really good deal. This Bare Minerals lip gloss. It's just old. The smell's gone off. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that. This CoverGirl mascara. I always put the dates on them so I know when they've been opened, and I try to use them for about 3 months. Just didn't really like this. It's a really spiky wand. Not a lot came off on the brush, so getting rid of that. This Urban Decay Lash Freak also just was kind of weird. Didn't really care for the brush all that much. It was gloopy. I kind of used these in combination, which I rarely use two mascaras at once, but I put on this one and I used the brush to brush it out, but just kind of got sick of them. So, and I've used them for enough, so moving those out. I have this Kylie lipstick, and it's just like kind of gloopy. The smell's gone, so getting rid of that. This Essence Make Me Brow. It was all right. Like it's mostly used up. I used that with the e.l.f. one, and I'm just done. So moving this out. This ColourPop Cheek Dew. I like this, but it just gets so gross and separated every time you use it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get rid of that. I don't know if it's good to be how good it stays for. And then I also have these two ColourPop lipsticks. I just kept them because I love the packaging. These little stars on them, super pretty. But these are, I don't even know how old. So, Hey Mr. DJ, which was one of the Velvet Blurs, and Mesmerized, which was also a Velvet Blur. Yeah, they're just super old, so gonna get rid of those. Also had this Ofra lip balm in Rose that I really liked, but at this point, it's just old. It just kind of smells funny, so getting rid of that. And then this e.l.f. Jelly Pop Flush Blush. I mean, I like it, but it's just kind of a mess. Just not something I'm going to use a ton, so I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that. Same with this. The writing's pretty much all rubbed off, but it was Seen from Space. It was kind of like one of those ColourPop highlighters. I mean, it was all right. You can see that I used it up enough, but it's old. It's time to go. So the rest of the stuff is all things that I'm hoping to pass on to people, that they're still okay. I'm just not using it anymore. Like this Trace Stick. It's a highlighter. I like it, but it just, like, the packaging just isn't super convenient. It doesn't really fit in my drawers very well, so I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of that. This Illamasqua primer, I mean, the packaging is really huge. It's this big, like, silicone thing that you use, this little, like, scoop thing to get into it and stuff, and it's just not my favorite. Yeah, it's just not my favorite. So I don't prefer that kind of application. So move that out. And I got this Makeup by Mario palette. Ooh. And yeah, it's just kind of boring. It just doesn't really do anything for me. You know, the colors are fine, but it's not something, just because of how dark that brown is, it's just not one that I carry around and use all the time. So I'm gonna be getting rid of that one. I have this Tory Burch scent that in the bottle smells good, but just on me, it just doesn't smell great. So I'm gonna get rid of that. This RMS Beauty Living Luminizer. I mean, it's pretty, but it just doesn't really do a whole lot. I don't really care for the consistency of it. So I'm gonna get rid of that. I have this little tiny, I think it's Melt. Yeah, Melt. You can see it right there. Melt, but it's like this super, like, dark color. Just not something I'm going to use. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that while it's still new. The Urban Decay Stone Vibes palette. I got it because it's so beautiful. This packaging is just so pretty, but it's just not... It just is too glittery. Every time I would wear it on my eyes, I mean, I know it's supposed to be, but I just, you know, I just didn't really care for it. So I'm going to be passing that on. This is something that I got in an Ipsy, this Kvoss Blushing Beauty. I mean, it's fine, but I just have so many blush palettes that, you know, it just isn't, just don't need it. Same with this, like, Deuce, this, like, face palette that I got. It's kind of the same story. It's pretty. I mean, there's like, they look a little darker, but there's 3 highlights, 3 blushes, and I just don't really need it. I have this e.l.f. palette. This one is in Berry Bad. It's all right, but, you know, just don't really need it. Those dark colors aren't something that I wear a ton. I like the crease shade, but, you know, just moving it through. Then I have the Anastasia Riviera palette. You know, I like this, but it's bright. It's really bright. I mean, there's definitely colors from it that I like, but as a whole, I'm just not reaching for it. So I'm going to get rid of it. This Becca Be a Light palette. I really wanted to like it, but it just, something about them, they just don't work for me. The tones just don't work. This Natasha Denona Diamond and Blush. I kept going back and forth with this because it's Natasha Denona, but ultimately, like this like sparkly shade, never going to use. It's just way too intense, and these blushes are just super intense too. And I do like these 2 creams, and then this one's just like a super glowy blush, and I'm just not going to use it. They're just not my type of thing. So getting rid of that. And then I have this Sephora Z palette. It's kind of cool. It's like a double-sided one, but I don't need it. So these are products over here that I depotted from one of the Balm palettes, and then this is like some sort of Urban Decay single that I got, and these are just like a random assortment that I kind of pulled out. I do have like one full palette of singles that I'm keeping, and then the rest of these I just kind of pulled out. We just have a mix of that one doesn't say anything, so that's probably I pulled from a palette. That's a Makeup Geek. Another one pulled from a palette. ColourPop. 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 Don't know. Pulled from a palette. ColourPop. And ColourPop. So those are just ones that I just don't need. So I'm getting rid of those. I also went through my brushes. So these are eye brushes that I need to wash and then I'll give away. And then I also have an entire bag of brushes and stuff that I'm just don't need, have duplicates, or I just don't find myself reaching for them. So these are all clean. Those will get moved out. And then I just have these like Ipsy bags and stuff that I'm gonna get rid of. So those are all the things that I'm getting rid of at this point. All right, talk to you later. Bye.